Well, obviously, technology plays a part in many of the issues that our teen girls face today that their parents never faced. For example, if somebody was going to bully us, they had to talk to us in person. But now anybody can bully teens in the privacy of their own home, in their bedroom, at school, or wherever they go. It doesn't take long to see a report on the nightly news of how many teens wind up taking their lives because of being bullied on technology. Our generation as parents didn't have that concern. If they bullied us in person when we were teens, we could say what we wanted to in person or walk away or have a fight on our hands. But today our teens' fight is as mental as it is physical, and that's why I talk a lot about the choices we make in the book. Whether online or in person, our choices can be tracked, monitored, and saved forever. For example, teens make one wrong choice in this generation and it can make the nightly news with millions of hits on YouTube. Our lives as teens today are literally an open book when we make choices that can be exacerbated by technology, and our future is affected forever. Actually, one of the girls in our group, who is an extremely accomplished kid, shared her story through tears of how she raised her shirt and she flashed a guy. It only lasted, she said, 10 seconds, but that 10 seconds will haunt her for the rest of her life. She said, "Miss Shannon, I'm always wondering where that video will show up. Will my mom or dad ever see it? And I freak out because I know there's nothing I can do to get rid of it. It's there for life." And she's right. Our generation of parents never thought of that. Cutting and self-harm was another thing they never thought about. It's another issue that wasn't as popular to this generation of parents. And as a result, it's very misunderstood. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people say, if those girls love Jesus, how can they just cut on themselves like that? As parents and as adults, we need to understand where these girls are coming from. Of course, a lot of us wonder why someone would want to make themselves hurt. It's foreign to most of us and how we think. I never understood it either until I was forced to deal with a cutter in my own life. When I was a school counselor, I had a fourth grader who came to me who was cutting, and I'll admit I was not familiar with self-harm, and I had to really start asking questions fast to understand what this girl was going through. She had a lot of anger toward her parents, and I knew it. And she was quiet, she was introverted, and as a result, she turned every feeling she had inward. The problem was she eventually stopped feeling so that she could cut them out of her life by not having a relationship with them. And as time went on, I became her mentor both in and out of the school setting, and my heart broke for her. So I started researching self-harm and why she was cutting. The more I understood, the more patient I could be. I learned that people self-harm because they want to feel something. They want to feel alive. They just want to feel anything. And once they become numb, self-harm, such as cutting, is a high. It's literally releasing endorphins and feelings of euphoria. The problem is my mentee began cutting too deep when she was angry, and she almost lost her life at one point. With her parents' consent, we hospitalized her, and I was determined to be there for her. I was there for her from the time she began cutting at age 10 until she stopped cutting at age 22. The wonderful thing that God can do and what He's shown me through all this is she's now my assistant on the road, and she's getting her master's degree in counseling so that she can share her scars with others to remind them that there are ways of dealing with the pressures they're facing. We included tips in the book Stand for the girls who are tempted to cut, as well as the girls who are cutting, and advice for those who have friends who are cutters and how they should respond. My assistant gave great input on cutting and helped me speak to the girls right where they are. This book is raw and it's real, but so are girls who are tempted to cut and who are cutting. We've had to meet them right where they are with truth because that's what's going to set them free.